lights are on. It's Friday night, and you are watching high school football in the great state of Georgia. Thank you for joining us, and welcome wherever you may be watching. Like I said, thank you for joining us. You are watching the SUV TV broadcast of the Walker Wolverines taking on the North Cobb Christian Eagles. A Region 6 1A showdown tonight. And if you're a fan of either of these teams and you're thinking this does not look like Walker or North Cobb Christian's field, you are not going crazy. You are seeing correctly. We're here at Pope High School, kindly letting us borrow their field for tonight's contest as Walker shores up their final instances of setting up their artificial turf over there at the Walker Schools campus. But we've got a good one for you tonight. The Eagles versus the Wolverines, two teams, both 1-0. One of these teams will not leave undefeated after we're done tonight. The 1-0 Walker Wolverines led by head coach Matt Casper, taking on the 1-0 North Cobb Christian Eagles head coach Mark Hollers. Assistant coaches for both programs. Walker is going to be led, like I said, head coach Matt Casper. Assistant coaches will be Matt Anderson, Aaron Dobbins, Thomas Evangelista, Dan Garafano, Jeremy Go, Lamar Howard, and John Lambert. On the flip side, North Cobb Christian, Mark Hollers head coach. Assistant coaches Bill Parker, Nick Steinachin, Zach Tucker, Raymond Priester, and Zach Edwards. Last season, tale of two tapes for these two teams. The North Cobb Christian Eagles 10-2, and the Walker Wolverines 1-9. So if you're doing your math correctly, that means Walker has already matched their win total from last season. 1-0 this year, 1-9 last year. They beat Athens Christian 35-18 last week. So Walker looking to keep that momentum rolling and see if they can't already best their season total in wins from last year. On the flip side, North Cobb Christian had a season to remember. 10-2 last year, first time in the playoffs, first playoff victory. They made it all the way to the single A quarterfinals last year. This is Mark Holler's fourth season. He's been the coach since 2016. They were a 0-win team back in 16, and now they have progressed all the way to a 10-2 playoff victory type of team. So they are looking to build on the momentum from last year. They have high hopes for this season. They did lose a lot of seniors, but they have high hopes for this season. We are pausing here for a Walker High School broadcast.
We ask for your protection over the young men playing the game and the officials working on the field. May you lead each of the players to compete with their best efforts and leave the field knowing they've given their all, no matter the outcome. Guide all of us here safely back to our homes and schools after the contest ends tonight. Amen.
And now the national anthem. National anthem courtesy of the Wolverine Attack Pep Band. Excellent job there from the high school students. Well done, team. So tonight's battle, let's get into a little bit of the X's and O's. What do teams do properly? What do teams need to look out for? Let's start with Walker. So like I mentioned, Walker was a 1-9 team last year. They already 1-0, so they're hoping to capitalize on the momentum from the first week. You're gonna see a lot of running out of the Wolverines. About a 70-30 split. They're going to definitely look to establish themselves on the ground early and often. They're going to run a lot of plays out of the I formation, but they go into multiple looks. So it's all over the place with the Walker Wolverines. You never really know what you're going to get until you see them line up for yourself. Talking to Coach Hollers of North Cobb Christian, he said that is one of the biggest things they need to prepare for is the unpredictability of this Wolverine offense, given that they're going to come at you with so many different looks. They might start up simple, but then the drop of a hat change everything into a multiple set. So that is going to be something to look out for consistently tonight, the way that Walker lines up on the line of scrimmage. They're going to run a 4-4 on defense, usually cover 3 or man in the secondary, typically cover 3, but they will go into man. That front 4 is going to be really imperative tonight. An option offense from the Eagles, North Cobb Christian. So there's front 4 and the help coming from the second, the linebackers in the secondary is key. But those front 4, the way if they can get off the line, is really going to set the tone for the Wolverines tonight. On the opposite side, North Cobb Christian, they run something that some people love, some people don't. Good old spread option offense. You're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to give it a lot of looks. And one every 15 plays, they're going to deke you and throw it long. So you got to absolutely set up to stifle the run, but never once in the game can you discount the passing. Quarterback Anson Mathis of North Cobb Christian can sling it. There is no doubt about that. However, he's going to probably throw the ball 5-6 times tonight, maybe more, maybe less. Last week he had a 38-yard touchdown connection, and that was his only completion of the game. So the amount that he's going to throw the ball tonight is really up in the air, and it depends on what they see early from the Wolverine defense. That North Cobb Christian team, they have a unique balance of young and old. Coach Hollers was mentioning that he's playing a lot more underclassmen than he would typically prefer. They graduated 14 seniors last year. A historic team for the Eagles, North Cobb Christian last year, reaching the playoffs. That senior leadership had a lot to do with it. So they graduated 14 seniors, and they have a lot of upperclassmen this year. There's no questioning that, but a lot of the other skill position and on the line are underclassmen. So he is definitely curious to see how his underclassmen play in a region battle as this. That being said, a huge part of this spread option offense is the running game, and they are returning both of their top running backs. North Cobb Christian senior Ryan Pruitt rushed for 457 yards last year, 10 touchdowns, and the junior Shenard Banks tacked on 419 yards with 3 touchdowns. And oh, by the way, their third back, Colin Washington, can scamper. He had 318 yards last year and 2 touchdowns. So they're going to attack you with multiple threats, multiple looks, and can really score from any one of their skill positions. Similar to North Cobb Christian, Walker has a noticeable combination of upper and lower classmen. A lot of these skill positions are seniors, but that next man up is going to be an underclassman. So talking to Coach Casper this week, he mentioned the change that the offense must undergo when the upperclassmen are in the game, and then as soon as an underclassman kind of comes in to take over that position, they need to simplify the offense a bit because they just don't have that familiarity with the offense yet. They just haven't had the time as freshmen and sophomores to gain the familiarity with what they run. So you're going to see a little more complex offense when they have the upperclassmen in than when they go into their reserves and bring in the freshmen and sophomores. Let's talk about captains here. Walker. Your captains are going to be number 2, Jake Tasman, number 10, Charlie Condon, number 14, Tate Harris, and number 67, Kyle Keegan. Tasman's a defensive back and wide receiver. Condon is the quarterback, QB1, number 10. He's a junior. Tate Harrison's a wide receiver. He's a two-way player. He's going to be a wide receiver and a linebacker. Very important to this Wolverine team. And Kyle Keegan is a defensive lineman, offensive lineman. He is a senior as well. Defensively, for North Cobb Christian, standouts you can expect Carson Grohl on the D-line and Austin Mathis. He's an inside linebacker. For Walker, number 67, Kyle Keegan, the captain, on the D-line. And number 84, Nick Addison on the D-line. He's a two-way player as well. He's going to be playing tight end for the Wolverines. Your captains for North Cobb Christian, number 54, Brian Arp, number 4, Anson Mathis, the quarterback, and number 5, Ryan Pruitt, the running back. That combination of Mathis and Pruitt is something that you're going to hear all night long. Those two are in touch. And talking to Coach Hollers before the game, he has high praise for Ryan Pruitt. Talks about North Cobb Christian buying into the brotherhood, playing for each other, wanting to win for the team and not for the number on the jersey, but the name on the jersey. And he says number 5, Ryan Pruitt, their captain, their running back, is the embodiment of that mentality. He is the ultimate team guy. And it's not just him. It's not just Pruitt. The entire team has bought into playing for each other, believing in each other, and wanting to play through the whistle to finish the job for the team and for the teammates and not just the individual itself. Now for Walker, as you see on your right side of your screen in the khaki pants and the red shirt, is Coach Wills Bryant. Wills Bryant is an honorary captain chosen by the team, chosen by the upperclassmen on the team. He teaches high school history. It's a new thing they're doing this year. Walker's picking a teacher, a facility member, a faculty member of the school to be an honorary captain each week. And this week they chose Wills Bryant, the high school history teacher. So Wills, thank you for being with us. Congratulations on your honorary captain selection. Walker's team motto, the seniors selected through the whistle. They want to play through the whistle every down, every snap. They want to make sure that they finish the job, play until they hear the whistle. Can they do that tonight? That's the question. That's why we're here. That's why we play the game. On paper, statistically, this seems like it could be a lopsided game, but that's why you play the game, to figure out who's got the best tonight. It's Friday night. The lights are on. We got cheerleaders. We got fans. We're running through the tarps. It's an exciting time to play some football. Anything can happen. Last season actually does not matter. We are in this season. It's 2019. So what are these two teams going to bring to the table? They're both 1-0. They're looking for their second win of the season. Neither team wants their first loss of the season. And we've got an exciting one for you tonight. We're live at Pope High School. You're listening to the SUV TV broadcast. My name is Colin Ritzik. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with kickoff. Walker won the coin toss. They have elected to receive. They would love to set the tone on offense here this evening, which means the North Cobb Christian Eagles will be kicking off from the 40. Interesting side note, North Cobb Christian, Carolina blue and navy blue, similar colors to the field, the Pope Greyhounds, also utilizing Carolina blue and navy blue. That has no impact on the game. It just makes them look a little bit like the home team, even though they're not. This is a home game for Walker. Second game of the season for both teams, number 34 kicking off for the North Cobb Christian Eagles. That's Trey Stevens, the sophomore kicker. It's Friday night, folks. The lights are on. It's an exciting time to be alive, and we are underway. Low line drive kick fielded by number 1, Parker Cook of Walker. He's going to see what he has going on. Little hole. Room on the outside. Takes up to the 30. It goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Nice return from the junior D-back wide receiver, Parker Cook. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight, so get used to it. Excellent return to start the game off. That's Trey Stevens running him out of bounds on the left side of the field. Good blocking there from the special teams of the Walker Wolverines. A couple of nice holes for him to scamper through, and he did just that. A I'd say about 2-1 in terms of Walker fans versus North Cobb Christian fans. Good turnout for the maroon and gold as we are looking at 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage from the Wolverines. Handoff to the running back. He finds a nice cut on the outside. He's got room. That's a first down. Scampers back left side, still not down. Finally gets gang tackled at about the 47, but a couple of real nice moves from Keon Smart, the running back, the junior for Walker. Charlie Condon handed it off. Fake dive up the middle and immediately bounced back, did Smart, and found about 20-yard gain. And we're going to have another first down. Just shy of midfield. They marked it at about 48 and a half. That's the first down of the Wolverines this evening. Number 1 in motion, left side, snap, another run, handoff. This time nothing doing, loss of about a yard. He gets swallowed up on the line by that talented, physical defensive line from the North Cobb Christian Eagles. Talking to head coach Matt Casper of the Wolverines, he cited the physicality of this North Cobb Christian defense as being the number one thing they had to overcome. They can really bruise you, really fight off that line and get into the backfield. They are physical, they are strong, and they're led by 65, the nose tackle, Denzel Alexander Luis. Pass play. Finds the receiver on the outside, and he's eventually run out of bounds. Charlie Condon to Jake Tasman, the senior wideout. Just ran a little button hook on the outside, picks up about a 6-7 yard gain. We're looking at 3rd and 4, pardon me. So the Wolverines already in enemy territory, but they're facing 3rd and 4. Condon lines up in the gun. Tasman on the left side of your screen, 88. The tight end, Bozeman. Short side, handoff to Keon Smart. He's going to get the first down before he gets brought down at the 41-yard line. They'll mark him at the 39. Going off the C gap on the right side of the line, Keon Smart. Nice run for the Wolverines. That is the second first down for the Wolverines on this drive. They are chugging right along. Nice mix of pass and run. What will they dial up here? First down, ball on the 39. Like we mentioned, they run out of multiple looks. They're going to start in the eye, but as you've seen, they go shotgun, they run men in motion. They'll put a tight end out wide. They're all over the place. And right now, bunch right set with Smart on the left side of the quarterback. Fake the handoff. Air ball going deep left side. Oh, great catch. What a catch from Jake Tasman, the senior wideout, on the 9-yard line. Charlie Condon lofted it up, and his senior wideout, Jake Tasman, went up and got it. Look at this replay here. Set his feet, nice throw, plenty of air under it. Put it in a spot that only Tasman can get it, and what did Tasman do? He went and got it. Great connection, and the Walker offense is clicking on all cylinders this far. They're inside the 10-yard line. First drive, first red zone trip. Can they capitalize? 1st and 10 from the 9. Cook in motion. They hand it off to Smart, nothing doing. Sniffed out from the get-go. The North Cobb Christian Eagles had that one booked. Loss of 3 yards. They're going to dial it back to the 12-yard line. Second down now. Another gang tackle from the North Cobb Christian Eagles. You're going to see a lot of that this evening. They are both fast and physical. They have a couple standouts, but mostly everybody can tackle and mostly everybody can fly to the ball. So you're going to see a lot of people ball hawking and a lot of multiple guy tackles. Second down. Goal to gain. Cook in motion. Condon. Cook in the flat. He gets immediately tackled. Great read from 24, Levi Brown. The sophomore cornerback sniffed that out from the get-go. Tasman was in motion. Cook was in motion. And Condon threw it to him right on target in the flat. It was just a bit of a lofted pass, which gave 24 Levi Brown plenty of time to sniff that out and make the solo tackle. So right as soon as I talk about gang tackles, Levi Brown comes in solo and makes a phenomenal play in the red zone. So it's third down all of a sudden. 3rd and 11 to gain. Smart in motion. Inside handout, nothing doing. They're going to tackle Parker Cook down at the 10-yard line. 4th down. They try to change a little direction, bring the white out in and sneak them up through the backside of the line, but nothing doing. Will they kick? Will they go for it? It looks like the Walker coaching staff is figuring that out for themselves right now. 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Walker has had the ball the entire time. They moved right along up the field until they got to the 9-yard line and have been stuffed out on 3 straight plays. I think they're going to run this play clock down until, timeout there from head coach Matt Casper. He's going to talk to his team, see what they want to do. Do we bring out the kicker? Do we go for it on 4th and goal? The answer coming up right after this. You're watching the SUV TV broadcast. Walker versus North Cobb Christian. Stay tuned. Fourth down, goal to gain. Big 88 Bozeman on the left side. Parker Cook in the slot. 3 Keon Smart and 86 Cam Baker on the line. And number 2 Jake Tasman on the bottom of your screen. They're going for it. It's 4th down. It's a region game. They want some points right here. There's no doubt about it. What are they going to dial up? He's open. He's going to be tackled just short of the goal line. Number 24, Levi Brown, with another big tackle on 4th and goal. He was wide open, Tasman was, but the speed of Levi Brown just a little bit too much to overcome as he brings down the receiver on the 2-yard line. Fantastic play. The speed being shown off from Brown, the sophomore cornerback. What a tackle. Did I say the 2? I meant the 1. He was right in front of the goal line. They were smelling 6 points, but nothing doing. Great defense. Bend, but don't break. They could not have bent any more without breaking. But now the Eagles get the ball on the 1-yard line, and you're going to see the spread option go to work. Handoff up the middle, gain of about 2. For this offense, you're going to see quarterback Anson Mathis, number 4. You're going to see a lot of John Greer. He's a wideout. And we're looking at about 2nd and 7. 2nd and 8, perhaps. Hand it to him again. That's number 6, Caleb Cannon, up the middle, up the A gap. He is just shy. No, pardon me, 1st down. They're going to mark it 1st down right at the 11. And we have a new set of downs for the Eagles. Their first down of the game. 2 rushes equal 1 first down. the spread option offense is going to dominate on the ground. You will see very little through the air attack tonight. They're going to pound you up the middle, pound you up the middle, pound you on the sides, and then all of a sudden drop it over the back of your head or flip it off to the outside, let their athletes gain some speed on the edge. Gain of 6 yards on first down there. We're looking at 2nd and 4 now for the North Cobb Christian Eagles. QB under center, 7 in motion. They pitch it to him. He's got a little room on the edge. Just missed it. Great tackle from number 5, Walker Wolverines, Matthew Wable. The defensive back came through the gap to tackle number 7, Cameron Hall. If he didn't make that tackle, there's a lot of space in the backfield. A lot of space. And with some speed, who knows what could have happened. But he made the tackle, and that's all that matters. This spread option offense put up 255 yards in the first half last week against St. Francis. Another hand up the middle. Number 6, he's going to take off and scamper. Does he have the speed to keep it up? No, the Walker defense is going to catch up to him, but a massive gain from number 6, Caleb Cannon, the junior running back. Gets the handoff, shoots off the right tackle, finds a big hole created by that O-line, and goes for a monstrous gain, first down into deep Wolverine territory. And if it wasn't for the speed of the Walker secondary, that was 6 points. And that is the power of this spread option offense. They're going to just pound you, pound you, pound you, and then all of a sudden there's one hole and the speed is going to take off. 5 in motion, pitch it to him. Good coverage from the Walker D-line, but Ryan Pruitt creates a little space, gains a few yards, 5 or 6 yards. Looking at 2nd down and 4 now. Ryan Pruitt, nice pickup of 5 or 6 yards, the senior running back. And the North Cobb Christian Eagles moving up the field with similar consistency as the Walker Wolverines, but can they put it in the end zone? That'll be the difference here. Mathis under center. Hall in motion. Mathis keeps it. He's going to run for the first down, marked down at the 19-yard line. That's the 3rd first down this drive for the Eagles. They can just kill you with so many different weapons. Multiple running backs, a quarterback with speed, good vision, running players in motion, powerful offensive line, physicality up front. They can really, really just gut you any way they want. Mathis under center again. Hands it off to 21. Colin Washington, the senior running back, gains a few yards on the ground off the right tackle. 2nd down and 5. Second down, 5 to go. First time in the red zone for the Eagles. Mathis under center. He keeps it, dodges a tackle, gets brought down right on the line. They're going to call for the chains. That's a first down for the Eagles. So North Cobb Christian will have first down, goal to gain just inside the 10-yard line. We've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. North Cobb runs the ball probably 90% of the time. Walker runs the ball probably 70% of the time. Don't blink tonight, folks. If you blink, you might miss an entire quarter. Spread option. Hands it off. Big hole up the middle and a touchdown. Number 6, Caleb Cannon. The junior running back found a hole right in the A-gap. Excellent, excellent work from his offensive line. Was not touched until he reached the end zone. Let's watch this replay right here. Handoff just goes off the butt of his big offensive lineman. Did not get touched at all. 6 points for the Eagles. The first blood drawn on the evening. And it's number 34, Trey Stevens, in for the extra point. Kick is up low, line drive, and it's good. That ball is about 9 feet off the ground. But it made it. 7-0 is the lead. North Cobb Christian, one drive, one touchdown. And instead of being stopped on the 1 yard line like the Walker Wolverines were, they made it into the end zone, and that is the difference right now. 7-0 Eagles. 1 minute, 52 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll be right back. So a 99-yard drive for the Eagles results in a touchdown. They were completely in control that entire time. And you see the end result, 7 points. Stevens with the kickoff. Something of a pooch kick on the left side of the field. Good coverage and a fantastic tackle. Textbook tackle, Jacob Cruz, the freshman. He's listed as a receiver and an inside linebacker. Something tells me he's going to be doing mostly special teams this evening. Great tackle. And that is something a coach really, really loves to see. These freshmen, they're going to get their opportunities by sniffing out special teams plays. And what did he do? He form tackled the Walker Wolverine on a special team play. Excellent work there from Jacob Cruz. So Walker's got their first down of their second drive on the 21-yard line. They went the length of the field and were stopped just shy, inches shy of a touchdown. Can they get that extra yard on this drive? Condon in the gun. Poor snap, but he hands it off to his running back, who is sniffed out immediately. Gain of a half a yard on the play, if that. So 2nd and 9. Thus far, the Wolverines have been sniffed out on most of their running plays, and their passing plays have had open receivers and positive yardage. So let's see what they dial up here on 2nd and 9. Omar Cooper on the bottom of your screen. Parker Cook in motion. They throw it to Cook in the flat. He's got a little bit of room. Gets some nice yardage after the catch. Gets brought down to the 28-yard line. That's going to be 3rd down and 3 to gain. Solid gain. Cook in motion, gets the ball out in the flat, gains 7 yards. Solid gain for the Wolverines. And now 3rd, 3 on their own 28. Smart and Condon in the backfield. Cook in motion. Cooper goes deep. They're going to launch it to him. Jump ball. What do they come up with? Almost brought down, but just enough interaction between 24 and 25, the Eagles, Brown and Watson, to keep it out of the hands of Omar Cooper. Nice pass, a lot of loft, maybe just a touch underthrown. Really, really would have had to high point that ball in order to bring it down. Great defense, great coverage from Levi Brown and Nate Watson, the secondary of the Eagles. So it's 4th and 3. Offense stays on the field. You saw it in the first quarter. You saw it in the first drive. You're seeing it now. We might be seeing it all game long. They know they need points against this prolific offense. So the snap. Oh, it's a punt, and a poor one at that. Squibbed out to the right. It's going to go out of bounds just shy of the 50. Not what you want if you're the Wolverines. So the ball goes out off the leg of Charlie Condon, the quarterback slash punter in this situation. And the North Cobb Christian Eagles will take over in enemy territory. They just went 99 yards. Now they have to go 49 yards. Logic says shouldn't be that big of a deal. But we're here to play the game, not to play logic. So what can the Wolverine defense draw up? Against Mathis, Pruitt, Cannon, and company. Mathis under center. Keeps it. Does not pitch. Is tackled. Great tackle from 3, Keon Smart. He does defensive back duties as well. He's going to be on the field all game long. But a few yard gain, 5-yard gain for the quarterback. So that's the end of 1. 7, North Cobb Christian Eagles. 0, Walker Wolverines. At the end of 1, it is a 1-touchdown score. North Cobb Christian has the ball. We'll be right back, folks. Phenomenal weather here. Great night for football. The morning started crisp. It turned real hot in the afternoon, and now we're in that real sweet temperature of, yeah, it's a little humid, but it's a perfect night for football in Georgia. We're at the start of the second quarter between North Cobb Christian and Walker. 7-0 the Eagles lead. They've got the ball on the 44-yard line, and Mathis is under center. He hands it off to his prolific running back. Great work from the Wolverine defense. They snuffed that out immediately. Gang tackle, Caleb Cannon, nothing doing. Maybe a yard gain. Maybe. Ball is put on the 43-yard line, so just a hair under a yard gain. And it's third down. We've seen Walker punt and go for it on a fourth down. We have not yet seen a fourth down for North Cobb Christian. They have 5 yards to gain. What can Walker draw up defensively to stifle this running attack and maybe create a fourth down situation? Handoff again, just moves past the first down marker. Hand off to Caleb Cannon, doing all kinds of work tonight. You're going to really see him. I suspect he's going to get it well up over 100 yards by the end of the evening. He gains the first down. That's the junior running back. And the ball is marked at the 38. Good effort from the defense, but just a hair better effort from the offensive line and the running back of the Eagles. First down now. Mathis under center. Cruise at the top of your screen. Pruitt in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. He's looking for a hole. Shakes off a tackler, shakes off another tackler, somehow stays on his feet, scampers for a first down. And the North Cobb Christian bench reacts just as so. Excellent run, meted by an excellent group of teammates celebrating him on the sidelines. Fantastic run, shook off a couple tackles and gained a first down. Ball all the way down to the 24-yard line. Solid set from defense, just a couple missed tackles, and then that's what you face when you have some excellent athletes running the ball. You cannot necessarily rely on shoestring tackles. You have to wrap up. And so it's 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Runner in motion. Matt fakes the pick, goes back, fake side. He's got a room to run, and 14 brings him down finally. That's Tate Harrison, the two-way player for Walker. Finally brings down the quarterback, Anson Mathis. but not before he gains another first down and gets inside the red zone. Mathis faked the pitch, turned it around, found a hole on the left side of the line, and got his team a first down. And now they're 8 yards away from their second touchdown in as many drives. Runner in motion, hand off to number 6, Caleb Cannon. The second touchdown of the evening for the junior running back. It looked about just the same as his first touchdown of the evening. 8-yard run for the junior, and that is 13-0 in favor of the Eagles. And that is just a perfect example of how many threats the North Cobb Christian Eagles can beat you with. Their quarterback can fake a pitch as this extra point is up and good. Their quarterback can fake a pitch, gain 20 yards. He can pitch it to a receiver in motion. He can hand it off to a prolific running back who goes up the middle. You put all that together with an offensive line that's physical and can block, and you've got a really, really tough to defend offense. And as you see, 14-0 is the result. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. North Cobb Christian is rolling here at Pope High School. You're watching the SUV TV broadcast. Stay tuned.
Keon Smart. And Omar Cooper deep for the Wolverines. Trey Stevens.
12, 1, and 3. Cooper, Cook, and Smart deep to receive the kickoff from 34, Trey Stevens. It's going in the direction of Smart. He receives it at about the 8-yard line, moves it to the left side, cuts back right again, and is finally brought down at the 28-yard line. Nice little return from Keon Smart, the running back. Has he left the field this evening? I don't think so. Two-way player, hustle athlete, big for this Wolverine team. They really need to get him going if they're going to get back into this football game. So it's first down, 10 yards to gain at the 28-yard line. First drive from the Wolverines. They went the distance all the way up into the 1. We're stopped on 4th and goal. Second drive resulted in a punt. What do they have in store for the third drive? Charlie Condon, the junior quarterback at the realm. 88 Bozeman, the tight end, top of your screen. 2 Jake Tasman, the receiver, bottom of your screen. That's Smart in motion. They're going to hand it off to 86. 1-yard gain, 2-yard gain perhaps. Cam Baker, the wideout, in motion, does not gain a whole lot.
Baker gained about 2 yards on the play, it looks like.
Like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Walker's coach, Coach Casper, really honed in on the unique combination of physicality and athletic ability of the Eagle defense. That's something he has to overcome this week. They're fast and they're strong, which is such a tough combination. Offsides, that's their first flag of the game. We're 8 minutes and 53 seconds left till halftime. We just saw our first flag. That's nice to see. Refreshing to see a couple of disciplined teams. But nonetheless, we're going to move the ball up 5 yards. And now we got 2nd and 3. Ball at the 35-yard line. Bozeman on the bottom of your screen. Tasman on the top of your screen. Cook and Smart. And we're going to go right back where we came from. No flags the entire time. 2 plays in a row, 2 flags, offsides, false start. Let's just start it all over. It's as if nothing happened. But you hate to see that, especially when your offense is struggling a little bit to create plays. You get a bit of a gift handed to you. It's 2nd and 8. All of a sudden, it's 2nd and 3. And then before you can even run a play, boom, back to 2nd and 8. That's tough. But tough situations happen every down in football. Can they respond? That is what the Wolverines will be trying to do here. Ball in 28-yard line, 2nd and 8 to gain. Cook in motion. Snap to Condon. He hands it off to Smart. Smart up the middle. He is brought down, but not before he picks up about 5 yards. So we are back at the 40, but this time it's 3rd down. We at the 28, offsides, went to the 30 to the 35. False start, went back to the 28, and a gain from Smart brings it back to the 35. So it's 3rd down, 3 to go. What are they going to draw up here? Bozeman comes off the field.
So 3rd down and 3 to go for Wolverines.
Cooper at the top of your screen. Tasman at the bottom of your screen. Smart in motion. Snap to Condon. He finds number 2 for a 1st down. He's brought down at the 45-yard line, and that's Charlie Condon to Jake Tasman. That's a 1st down for Walker. They're 4th of the game, 1st of this drive. Nice draw up from Coach Casper and his staff. Tasman comes off the field after getting tackled pretty hard, but he's all right. He just needs a touch of a break. Condon receiving the play. Ball is situated on the 46. And it's 1st down for the Wolverines. They're down 14-0. They've done a good job of gaining yards, but to no avail thus far. Can this be the drive? Trips right. Smart in the backfield. They hand it off to Smart right up the middle. He's got room to run, and he's tripped up by number 5, Ryan Pruitt. But he had a fantastic hole to run through. That's another 1st down for Walker Wolverines. Keon Smart shimmies left, shoots up the gap, and finds about 12 yards. Great run, great play call, and a nice hole created from the Wolverine O-line. So the ball's now at the 41 and a half, give or take. I think we might see a pass play here from Condon. He's had some good luck through the air this evening thus far. Nope, handed off to Smart. He bounces off to the right side. Nice play, 1st down up the right side at the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds. Looks like number 20, Trey Priester, finally gets him out, but not before he picks up about 20 yards. Keon Smart with back-to-back big gains for back-to-back 1st downs. Great work from the Wolverine offense, and they're inside the red zone for the 2nd time this evening. Ball set at the 15, so they have a little room to gain another 1st down. That was the issue on their 1st drive. They were 1st and goal right at the 10. So on 4th and 10, 4th and goal, they were stopped at the 1. They did not pick up another 1st down. Here, 1st and 15, they have a little bit of breathing room right in front of the end zone to pick another 1st down if they can. Tasman on the top of your screen, Cooper on the bottom of your screen. And we've got a timeout. Coach Casper would like to revisit this with his team, make sure they are in the proper set before they snap it. He's talking to Cooper, wants to really make sure his receivers know what they're doing. Okay, 1st and goal, 6 and 11 seconds left, 14-0. The Eagles lead, but the Wolverines are within striking distance. We'll be right back. Red zone, first down. Wolverines got the ball, handoff. Number 1, he's got room up the middle, and that's a touchdown. Walker Wolverines. Number 1, Parker Cook gets the handoff and scampers for 15 yards, barely gets touched, makes a couple nice cuts, and throws 6 on the board for the Wolverines. Great play call. You always are curious why a coach calls a timeout. What did he see? What does he want to produce? And in that case, I don't know what was going on in Coach Casper's head, but he clearly had an idea of what he wanted to do. That timeout led immediately to a touchdown. And it's 14-6. Number 15, Nick Rath, on to try the extra point. The snap, the kick, up, and it's good. 14-7 now. Impressive drive from Walker Wolverines. They moved right along on that drive. Running game was impressive. Offensive line work was impressive. They created holes, and the running backs ran through them, dodged tackles. And what happened? 6 points on the board. Nice drive from the Wolverines. So Walker's 1-0 in the season. They beat Athens Christian 35-18 last week. They scored 3 times on 4 turnovers. That is something we have not seen yet this evening, a turnover. So last week, Walker created a lot of offense when they should have been playing defense. This week, they've got to do it the old-fashioned way. But they scored 21 points in the third quarter last week. So the fact that they have put a number on the board before the third quarter is a good sign. But look out for them in the third quarter as well this week. So it's 14-7. We've seen scores on 3 of 5 drives so far. Nick Rath, the senior, on to kick. Onside kick, fielded cleanly. Number 56, Carson Gruhl, the junior offensive guard. Hands team? Question mark. We'll call him hands team. He caught the offensive. That is not an abnormality for this Walker Wolverines team. They are not opposed to onside kicking the football. They did it last week. They recovered it. Okay? They did it this week. They did not get it, but it didn't look poor. And honestly, they started at the same. They're putting the Eagles at the exact same position as they started last possession with a squib punt, or pardon me, with a poor punt. So relative to last possession, no harm done in terms of starting point. And you got to love the gut to go with an onside kick and try to create offense for a team who desperately needs it, because you know these Eagles are going to put up more points. 14 is not all they have. You know North Cobb Christian is going to be putting up at least 14 more, if not more than that, by the end of this game. So offense is imperative for the Wolverines. But right now we got timeout. Ball's at the 50. And we'll be right back. Ball at midfield for the North Cobb Christian Eagles. They're in their traditional spread option set. QB under center, number 5 in motion. They pitch it to him. He's got a bit of a hole, cannot find it, and Walker Wolverines will bring him down 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gang tackle from the Wolverines. They were not fooled one bit about Ryan Pruitt in motion. They've seen that a few times, and they jumped on it in this particular instance. So now it's second down and a whole lot, about 16 to gain. Second down, runner in motion. Quarterback keeps it up the middle. 5-yard gain, gets it back to just a hair ahead of the original line of scrimmage. So now it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 9. 3rd down and 9 to gain for the Eagles. Tackle for loss in the first play, 5-yard gain on the second play. Walker has themselves in a great position here to get the ball back, but they have to make a stop right here. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to run up. He's shy of the first down, but just a few yards. This will be an interesting 4th down. Mathis fakes the handoff and keeps it for about 7 yards. Ball is marked at the 42, 3rd down, 2 to gain. And you got to imagine with an option offense, you are built around getting 3 yards every play. So they're going to go for it. They want this first down. They want to put the ball in the end zone. No doubt about that. Big, big play for Walker. They just scored a touchdown. They've got a 4th down with good fieldage. Can they make a stop? What do they have right here? Runner in motion. QB fakes the pitch, goes left side, pitches it to number 5. Missed a tackle. He's on the left side and room to run up the sideline. And it's a touchdown. Number 5, Ryan Pruitt. QB faked the pitch, reverse field, pitched it to Pruitt. He almost got tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but not just enough. He finds room on the left side, up the sideline for a 40-plus yard gain, and it is a touchdown. Oh, a dagger for the Wolverines. You're looking at potentially first down just shy of the 50, and instead it's a touchdown, 20-7. Extra point is up 21-7. My, oh my, what a change of attitude right there. Let's watch this replay right here. Mathis, he pitches it what you think might be a little early, but a great juke from Pruitt. He finds the sideline, and as soon as he hits that 40-yard line, you think he might go out of bounds. But he plants his left foot, goes straight upfield, and just outpaces the Wolverine defense for a touchdown. It's a nice run from Ryan Pruitt. That is their 3rd touchdown on the ground this evening. We've got 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go left in the game. 21-7 is our score. So the usual trifecta in the backfield for the Wolverines set to return this kick. Really interesting drive coming up for the Wolverines. Really interesting. What do they have? Are they going to be able to bring it back to 7 points? Are they going to be able to even get a first down and keep themselves in the ballgame, keep the energy up? Because they just had max energy and it was sucked right out. That ball is kicked, received by Parker Cook. He's coming up the left side. Splits a couple defenders. Gets about to the 30-yard line and is brought down by a whole host of Eagles. So good starting position for the Wolverines. This is an imperative drive. Imperative drive. They could essentially use up the rest of the clock and put 7 points on the scoreboard right before half, which would be huge for them. Coming off of a scoring drive last drive, and then what we just saw from the Eagles, a dagger of a touchdown. A beautiful run, no doubt. Beautiful run from Ryan Pruitt, this senior running back of the Eagles. But this drive right here, to this point, is the most important of the game for the Walker Wolverines. Tate Harrison, top of your screen. Omar Cooper, top of your screen. Omar Cooper's now in motion to the bottom. Smart, Condon in the backfield. Toss it, ball's high. Cooper brings it in. Run out of bounds. 7-yard gain in the air for Cooper and Condon. Good first down.
Isaiah Williams for the Eagles. Nice game for the Wolverines with about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Condon's got the physical presence of a quarterback. He's tall, he's lanky. He can see over the line. He looks like he commands the offense well. His balls have a lot of loft on it thus far. Hasn't thrown anything with big zip on a line. He's lofted it up for his receivers to go up and get. So we'll see how that continues through the game. Cooper in the bottom of your screen. Harrison at the top. Smart in motion. Condon, right side. Smart. Drilled. Oh my gosh. Hit hard, but first down. What would you rather have? A hard hit or a first down? I'll take a first down. That's why you play football. You know you're going to get popped. Killer tackle. But a first down nonetheless. Look at the read from the secondary of the Eagles. Form, tackle, great read. Excellent play. But the Wolverines get just enough to extend this drive first down. That's a great play all around. The receiver there, Keon Smart, the junior, did an excellent job holding on to that football as he got popped. Tasman at the bottom of your screen. Cooper, Cook, top of your screen. Smart in the backfield, parallel to Condren. Condren gets the snap. Looks left. He's going to launch it. Big, high, long ball just outside the reach of Jake Tasman. Walker's looking for some interference, but it's just not there. That ball was just outside of the reach. Perhaps there's an argument. They're holding his arm. The ball was close enough. It definitely was not uncatchable. They just did not see enough to throw the flag. Nice loft from Condren there, just a half yard in front of Smart. Pardon me, Tasman. Just a half yard in front of Jake Tasman there. Oh, you would have loved to have seen that. That would have lit this crowd on fire. But instead, 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 40.
All right, Walker, 2nd and 10, ball on the 40.
Similar look. Tasman on the bottom of your screen, Cooper on the top. Cook in motion. Are they doing it again? No, they're going to get him in the flat. Nice catch and excellent work after the reception from Jake Tasman. He has to leap up just a little bit. The ball was right at the top of his head. He leaped up to get it in his chest. And instead of coming down and immediately falling to the ground like many receivers over the middle might do, he risked his body, missed a tackle, and gained it a couple extra yards after the catch to give it a 3rd and 1 look. So now you're going to see a rarity. Condon under center. Smart in motion. QB sneak, first down. Nice play. Solid play. The odds are very much in your favor with a QB sneak at the 50 right there. Especially with a quarterback who's about 6'2". All he really has to do is fall over the line, and you get 4 fresh downs. Okay. Enemy territory. Walker has not backed down yet. They've been punched in the mouth a couple times, and they have yet to back down. They will continue to move the ball forward from what we've seen. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game, in this half. Condon goes high, back to Tasman. Oh no, this one's intercepted. Picked off and room to run. Going up the right side, that's trouble. He's got one man to beat. 68 creates a bit of a clog and lets up the rest of the offense catch up to him. But number 9, Isaiah Williams, the junior defensive back, tracks that ball down and returns it deep into enemy territory. They were looking for Tasman again, long up the left side, and an overthrow combined with an excellent defensive play results in an interception. The air was sucked out of the Walker fan and offense on that play. You could feel it. They're moving. They're really advancing up the field, and they launch a ball. It's just a bit of an overthrow. And like I mentioned earlier, Condon kind of just lofts it, expecting his receivers to go up and get it. And when you loft it and throw it too far, that's danger. But the Eagles Handoff, nothing doing. Loss of about one, maybe. The Eagles, absolute credit. Isaiah Williams read that ball perfectly, made a really impressive over-the-shoulder Willie Mays basket catch, and then the wherewithal to turn, find some space, and run up the sideline is impressive work. So now it's second down, 10 to go. Mathis under center. Number 7 in motion. We've got whistles and a flag. False start. Somebody moved a touch early. We had Cameron Hall in motion. They faked the pitch to him, and we're looking to run back to that same play that resulted in a touchdown on their last drive, but somebody got a little excited. Somebody moved a touch early. We're going to back it up 5 yards. So about 2 minutes ago, we discussed how important that drive was for Walker to potentially score and in the quarter 7 down. And now they are thrust into a position where they're on the flip side. It is imperative they keep the Eagles out of the end zone going into the half. Instead of potentially going up, instead of potentially bringing it to within 7 right before half, they need to make sure they keep it out of 21 before half. Pass to number 7. He's got speed. First down. Cameron Hall receives the look from Mathis. He turns and scampers about 15 yards for a first down. Ball just shy of the red zone. So many weapons for this Eagle offense when you've got quarterbacks and running backs and receivers who are all motion, running, moving. Quarterback rolled out to his left and connected with Hall on that one. First down. Mathis rolls out to his right. Nice catch brought in from 23, Luke Beverly. That ball was fired from Anson Mathis. Right as Luke Beverly turned around on his route, the ball was right in his face. He had to go up just above his head to pull that one in. Impressive hands from the junior. We got a timeout on the field. North Cobb Christian calls their first timeout. Second timeout, pardon me. 19 seconds. We're going to stay with you through the completion of the half here. 21-7, 19 seconds. Pardon me, we just changed the clock to 21 seconds. And it is a crucial set of downs here for the Wolverine defense. You go into half here down 14, you're thinking, okay, they came at us with everything they got. We kept it within 2 scores. But if they put the ball in the end zone here, that's a big knock. That is a big knock, especially since you were driving just a moment ago.
Walker fans, stay in your seats. You are about 21 seconds away from being attacked. The Wolverine attack headband and drum.
Beautiful night we've had here. The sun is almost completely down, just a shimmer of orange and purple above the trees in the distance. For all intents and purposes, it is good old-fashioned Friday night lights right now. 21 seconds left in the half. First down, goal to gain. North Cobb Christian with the football. Anson Mathis under center. Pruitt in motion. They hand it off. Nothing doing up the middle. We're going to probably see another timeout here. Yes, sir. Another timeout. No gain on the play. But they ran off 7 seconds, so it's second down now. And we're going to stay with you again till the end of the half. That's the last timeout for North Cobb Christian. So they have 3 plays to gain about 8 yards. They really need to hone in on the timing of these plays because another play like that could potentially run the clock out. If they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, by the time everybody gets set, they might have to scramble and call something of a play on the fly for third down. Pardon me, for fourth down. So a team that has ran the ball effectively, almost at will, just got stuffed at the line inside the 10, and doing so again could result in the clock running out. Do they pass it? Probably not. They're so good on the ground. I'd expect to see something in motion, a pitch out to the side, get him in speed, maybe get somebody to an end zone. 4, passes it. Great tackle. Number 3 gets him out of bounds. Couldn't bring him down in time. Gave the Eagles just a bit of a breather. That's Keon Smart, the running back, defensive back. He's so crucial to this Wolverine offense and defense. Mathis connected with Cameron Hall in the flat, right at about the hash mark, but they both ran, Keon Smart and Hall, both ran out of bounds. Could not bring him down in bounds, so the clock stopped. 6 seconds. You got to assume this will be the last play. Oh, they're kicking a field goal, so you definitely assume this will be the last play of the quarter and half. It's 34. Trey Stevens on to attempt. Kick is up. Kick is good. Field goal is good. 24-7 is the score. So rather than chance it again and look for 7, Coach Hollers of North Cobb Christian wants his 3 points, and he gets his 3 points. 24, North Cobb Christian, 7, Walker Wolverines. 2 seconds left in the half. Now, we do have an injured North Cobb Christian player on the sideline. Curious to see how this plays out. Appreciate you. So unless we see a miracle return, we're going to head into halftime. 24-7, Walker trailing North Cobb Christian by 21 points. Pardon me. Math's never been a strong suit of mine. 17 points. So the injured North Cobb Christian player was John Greer, the junior wideout. He's limping on the sideline, but walking under his own power. So that is a good sign for the Eagles. He just might need 30 minutes to get his feet back under him. North Cobb Christian just kind of runs it up. Squib kick in the middle. Received by Walker. They're going to fall on it. We're going to call it the 31, 32-yard line. Since he fell right on it, we got no time off the clock, so Walker will have the opportunity to run one play. They might go long. They might try to hopefully find a hole and keep it on the ground, minimize the chance of turnover. We'll see what Coach Casper draws up here. This has been an entertaining first half. We've seen a lot of offense. Neither team has stalled, really. Neither team has turned the ball over, except for we did see one interception on the last drive from Walker. But so far, pretty solid play calling and execution from both teams. It's just the fact that North Cobb Christian has resulted in 24 points and Walker only 7. But like I mentioned earlier, third quarter was huge for Walker last week. 21 points in the third quarter. They will very much look to come out with that same type of tenacity in the third quarter. North Cobb Christian in a prevent defense. 4 guys on the 30, 3 on the 50, and a couple of linemen. Walker's going to kneel it. No harm, no foul. We're going to walk into the second half, 24-7. North Cobb Christian leads the Wolverines by 17. We've seen a nice game so far, but it's nothing compared to what we're about to see in the second half. We appreciate you being with us. Stick with us for the second half between these two teams. You're watching Friday Night Lights Football, brought to you by the SUV TV Network. I'm Colin Ritzick. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. good football coming your way just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the broadcast of Walker Wolverines versus North Cobb Christian Eagles. Phenomenal first half. The scoreboard and the quality of play are not the same. The score says 24-7. This game feels closer. Walker did not connect on the first drive of the game. They were a yard short of a touchdown, got brought down 4th and 10. Just a possession before halftime, they were driving. Looked real solid, threw a pick. North Cobb Christian ended up putting a field goal on at the end of that drive. So, theoretically speaking, and again, theoretics don't matter, the scoreboard matters. It's 24-7 Eagles, make no mistake. Theoretically speaking, though, had Walker scored on the first drive, that's 7 more points. Had they not turned the ball over right before half and then potentially scored maybe 7, we're looking at potentially 21-21 or at least 21-14. However, they did throw that pick. They did get brought down on the 1-yard line in the first drive. So it is 24-7. North Cobb Christian Eagles dominating thus far. Killing it on the ground. Defense is stout. They're athletic. They're physical. And it is an uphill battle for the Walker Wolverines. We're set to start the second half. But before we do so, I need to give out a couple necessary shout-outs to Nia, my producer, BJ, my cameraman, crushing it out here for you. Doing a darn good job bringing you this broadcast tonight as we are set to kick it off. Nick Rath, number 15, the senior kicker, gonna boot it. And the second half is underway. Oh, pooch kick, attempt at an onside. We've got whistles though. Somebody moved early, somebody crossed the line. And that is a downside of an abnormality. You do not usually see pooch onside kicks from a high school team, but when you do, usually the kicker is going to kind of differentiate his load. He's going to differentiate the speed that he brings to the ball. And like you saw right then, he did not full-on sprint. The rest of that team is used to his timing. They're used to him running up and kicking that ball full speed. He had to slow down just a bit to get his footing right in order to pooch that kick up in the air. And with that came a Walker Wolverine that crossed the line just a hair early. So, first play of the half. First penalty of the half. We'll move it back 5 yards. We'll do it again. North Cobb Christian now comes up, and you have to imagine they're going to just let it fly at this point. No, we're going to try this little pooch again. Drop it in there on the ground. And there's a Walker Wolverine in there. Oh, just missed it. Nice effort. Nice opportunity. Nonetheless, Levi Brown, number 24 of the Eagles, the sophomore, who's kind of been all over the place tonight. You've seen him make a couple real good solo tackles in the first half. He recovers that ball, which will be marked at the 38-yard line. So far, great starting field position for the Eagles, whether it's because of a poor punt, whether it's because of an interception, whether it's because of multiple pooch punts or onside kicks. You have seen excellent field position from the North Cobb Christian Eagles thus far, and this is no different. Ball on the 38, first down. QB Mathis hands it off. Nice run up the middle, sheds a tackle or two, and then gets brought down moving forward. That's Colin Washington, the senior running back, gaining first down on the first play in the second half. My name is Colin Ritzik. I spell it C-O-L-I-N. A lot of people spell it C-O-L-L-I-N. Never have I ever seen a K-O-L-L-I-N, but that is number 21, Colin Washington, K-O-L-L-I-N Washington. I like that. First down in Walker territory, hands it off, back to Washington, chugging, gets his feet moving. Did you see his legs churning on that? Just shy of a, no, they're going to call it another first down. Or are they? The chain gang goes in two different directions. They about pulled the markers out of each other's hands. I don't know if they know where they're going right now. Referee calls ... first down. Chain's moving. That's 2 first downs consecutively for number 21, Colin Washington. Couple of impressive runs, and he is again in the backfield on all fours Loaded up, ready to move again. They do not hand it off. Quarterback keeper bounces off the left tackle, gains about 5. Second down, 5 to go. And you can't say it enough, this Eagle offense has so many weapons to beat you with. Mathis can throw it or keep it. Mathis can pitch it to Pruitt, Cannon, Hall, Washington. Or he can toss it to Beverly, Banks, Watson, Alexander Luis, Mathis. He's got so many weapons. And he's utilized most of them this evening. All out of the spread option. Handoff this time. That's Washington yet again. And I think they're going to give him the ball until it is a negative yardage situation. His read on the line is great. His legs on contact and after contact so far have been great in these first 4 plays. I think because they ran so heavily with Pruitt and Cannon, Pruitt has a touchdown, Cannon has 2 touchdowns in the first half. You expect Walker to prepare for those 2 running backs on this drive. And then all of a sudden they switch it up. Boom, Washington gets the ball. Yet again, gets the ball. This time, nothing doing. Great tackle. Wow. 11 players on the field for Walker, and 10 of them were tackling Colin Washington on that play right there. Excellent work from the defense. Watch this here as Washington gets the ball, but just has nowhere to go. Gets hit quickly by the D tackle, the D end, and then the rest of the defense piles on. Little to no gain, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 2. Ball on. Well, let's hold on now. We got an issue with the spot and the chain. Marker says 3rd. The ball is past the first down. We've got some stuff to figure out here. While we're figuring it out, I do want to say something that Coach Matt Casper of Walker discussed with me this week about the quality of football he is trying to build at Walker. Was the offseason slogan was he wants to make a better football player. He talked about how you play basketball, you play volleyball, you play baseball. You can kind of do those sports on the outside as we get a first down marker here. That is going to be a first down. It looks like tip of the football, just a hair over the marker. That's a first down, North Cobb Christian Eagles. But after you saw that gang tackle, it made me think about this concept that Coach Casper was discussing, make a better football player. There are very few opportunities for football players to play football outside of football season. You're not just tackling people in the backyard usually. So he focused on running angles. He focused on wrapping up all these fundamental issues that are going to make a better football player. And they won their first game this season, which matched their win total last year, and they're playing good tonight. So you got to think that concept has paid dividends to a degree. And let's see what happens. Fumble, ball's loose, recovered, Walker football. And that will make a better football player right there. When you bust through the line and get to the quarterback as he's trying to make a pitch, that is one way to make a better football player. 84, Nick Addison, the two-way player, the D lineman, the tight end, the overall athlete, comes up with the football. Watch him bust through the line, get that left paw, create the fumble, dive on the ball, recover the fumble. A-plus effort from Nick Addison, the junior. And that can ignite this football team. That can ignite this crowd. This is a heavily Walker-favored crowd. A lot of maroon in the stands. They're just waiting for something to go off on. They need a play. They need a touchdown. This, like I said in the opening remarks, this game has been closer than the scoreboard shows. So if they can turn that turnover into points, they're going to be right back in this baby. But a Keon Smart run for a loss of 2 is not the way you're going to get there. Pardon me, loss of 1. Nonetheless, second down, 11 to gain. Smart comes off just a bit gimpy. He just needs a bit of a rest, I believe. He's so crucial to both sides of their ball. You know he's going to be back in there. Charlie Condon, the quarterback, the junior, receives the play from the sideline, gives it to his offense. Second down, 11 to gain. What are they going to draw up here? Tasman, top of your screen. Cooper, bottom of your screen. Cook in motion. Cook's wide open in the flat. He's going to have to go up the sideline for some yardage, though. He gains 4 or 5, and 3rd down and 7, it looks like. 3rd down and 6. So another example of the speed of the North Cobb Christian defense shown right there. We had an open receiver sideline, and they just closed in almost immediately. Only let him gain 4 yards. So ball marked now on the 38. And already it's 3rd down. Cooper, top of your screen. Tasman, bottom of your screen. Cook's in motion. That's a flag. That's offsides. Those are 5 free yards right there. They will take that. 3rd and 6. You get 5 free yards? Take that every time. Walk that ball right on up to the 43. And it's going to be 3rd and 1.5. We'll call it 3rd and 4 feet. So with a quarterback as tall as Condon is, and an offensive line that's done a pretty good job tonight, a 1-yard QB sneak wouldn't be crazy, but nonetheless, he's in the gun. And let's see what they have drawn up. Immediate pass out to Tasman. He catches it. Stiff arms, left side. He's brought down right on the 50. And that's a 1st down. That is a 1st down. Condon to Tasman. You've seen it all night, and you're going to see it for the rest of the evening as Walker tries to mount a comeback here. We're under the 8-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Last week against Athens Christian, the Wolverines scored 21 points in the 3rd quarter. They are 17 down here in the 3rd quarter. So a repeat performance of that is really desired from this Wolverine offense. But they're playing a much more formidable opponent in North Cobb Christian than they were last week. So what can they do? Condon in the gun, 4 men in the backfield. Snap, immediate toss out to Cooper. Cooper sets his foot and dives upfield, tackled forward by number 9, Isaiah Williams, but not before Cooper gains about 7 yards on the play. And Walker, as they've done almost all game, continues to charge upfield. They've made progressive movements all game long. They've continued to push the ball. A turnover and a stop before the goal line have been the issues thus far. So they need to convert this drive if they want to stay in this ballgame. Condon in the gun again. Oh, bobble the snap behind him. He falls on it wisely. That's tough. The snap was a half a foot high, but not so high that he could not have corralled it. He was, I think, thinking about the play before he pulled that ball in, which is tough. Hit him in the hands, went over his head, and wisely just fell on the ball before he made a double mistake and tried to make a play out of it when there was nothing to be made. So that ball goes back about 4 yards, and now it's 3rd. Pardon me, the ball goes back about 8 yards. Now it's 3rd and 14. So they've got their work cut out for them on 3rd down. Tasman out wide. Cooper on the bottom of your screen. Cook in motion. He's wide open. But as we saw in the beginning of this drive, the Eagle defense is quick to the ball. They waste no time in closing that gap, and they bring Tasman down after a gain of 7, which on 1st and 10, that's a great play. On 3rd and 14, you got a lot left to do. 4th and 7 now. They've given the Eagles pretty great field position all night long. On 4th and 7, it's tough to think they're going to give them the ball this close to the 50. You got to expect a punt here. Your defense has done a pretty good job tonight. Give them the chance to hold the ball on the other side of the field. We got a timeout. Walker's calling a timeout. They want to think this over. It's 4th and 7. The offense is clicking, but not to the point of going for it on 4th and 7. Let's see what Coach Matt Casper can draw up. 24 to 7. 4th and 7. Walker's got the ball. We've got the broadcast. We're coming right back to you. Don't go anywhere. Quarterback is on the field. But we've seen this before. Second drive of the game, quarterback punted, and it went about 9 yards. What do they have this time? Casper's calling an audible. The snap. Oh, he's got him in. Oh, no, miscommunication on the outside to Tasman. Tasman jumped off the line and got past his man immediately. And I don't know if he ran the wrong route or if the quarterback thought he was running a different route, but there was miscommunication as Conjun let the ball fly right as Tasman turned on a bit of a button route. Tough to see on 4th down. Don't even give your team a chance to convert. Yikes. Curious to know what the miscommunication was there. It's like when a catcher calls for a curveball and the pitcher throws a fastball and it hits the umpire in the face. That's what that was like, but with less ball to face. Nonetheless, North Cobb Christian takes over on downs, first at the 47. Quarterback's going to keep it. Stiff arms, just runs through a tackler. Number 22, number 22, Robert Larson just gets run over by the QB, Anson Mathis. Quarterback keeper gets about 4 yards. Second down now. 6 to gain. Number 5 in motion. He hands it off. And nothing doing. The Wolverine defensive line. Stout. Gain of nothing. Brings up a 3rd down. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the 3rd. This Wolverine D-line has been pretty effective at stopping a really prolific run. Not effective enough to keep 3 touchdowns out of the end zone, but effective to the point of creating a lot of 3rd downs. A lot of really nice defensive plays coming out of the Wolverine line, and we have an injured Eagle down at midfield. We're going to take a quick break here, folks. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Walker versus North Cobb Christian on SUV TV. The injured North Cobb Christian Eagle is number 56, Carson Gruhl. He got up on his own power and limped off, so hopefully he's doing all right. But nonetheless, we're looking at a nice 3rd down and 7. A big play for both teams right here. Could swing some momentum. Mathis swings out to his left, dumps it off, 1st down catch, and some. Number 5 runs around a receiver and is finally brought down on the 9-yard line, but Ryan Pruitt catches the ball on the 40, jukes a defender, and runs up the sideline before being brought down deep in Wolverine territory in the red zone. Robert Larson of Walker brought him down just shy of the end zone. We've seen a lot of that this evening. So much is riding on a third down or a fourth down play. You think you've got him cornered, and North Cobb Christian comes up with some type of play, some type of dump off, a run, a pitch, and it just puts a dagger in the heart of the Wolverines. And now they're in enemy territory. The ball is handed off to 6. Caleb Cannon, gain of about 3, perhaps. 4. They're going to mark him down at the 4-yard line. Cannon had a huge first half, 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives of the game, and has been relatively quiet since then. But I believe that's by design. They've been utilizing their running backs, Cameron Hall, Ryan Pruitt, Colin Washington. But now it looks like they're going to go back to their workhorse. Cannon behind Pruitt. He gets the handoff, stuffed immediately. Credit to the Wolverine defense. Combination of Nick Addison, Jake Tasman, Robert Larson, several Walker Wolverines in on that tackle as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage. And even before that, they lost a yard on the play. So now, again, 3rd and 5, momentum changing type of play, or a dagger to the heart type of play. What's it going to be? Third and goal. Can the Wolverines come up with a huge stop? Or do the Eagles put it across the goal line yet again? Pruitt in motion. He sets back. Miscommunication. Quarterback goes down. He looked like he was trying to hand it off to Pruitt, but Caleb Cannon, but Cannon was all set to block. And Mathis had no choice but to basically just go down. He was swallowed up behind the play. So a touch of miscommunication behind the line of scrimmage in combination with a swarming D-line means 4th down and another loss of a yard. So we're going to see another kick. Trey Stevens on to attempt the field goal. That is up. That is good. 3 more points for North Cobb Christian, 27-7. That is Stevens' 2nd field goal and 3rd extra point on the evening. Extends the Eagles' lead to 27-7. And the Wolverines just can't catch a break. A lot of scoring going on for the Eagles on most of their possessions. Credit to this Wolverine team. After a year where you go 1-9, expectations are not high. But you win your first week, and you come in and immediately play in your second week a team that went to the quarterfinals of the state playoffs last year. And they're right here. They're right in it. The scoreboard's not there, but they're right in it. They're playing hard. They're doing really what they can. Defense is playing great. Defense has stuffed out a lot of this offense from the Eagles. The Wolverines are just essentially outmatched at the skill positions. That's kind of what it comes down to. And North Cobb Christian has yet to really make a big mistake. They did fumble, but they didn't allow really anything after that fumble. So the kickoff from the Eagles is back, received by Parker Cook on the 3. He goes up the middle, finds a seam. Good return. He's got excellent acceleration after he plants his foot in the ground once he finds his route. Takes that up to the 34-yard line. Nice take from Parker Cook, the junior. And let's see what this Walker offense can dial up on this drive. Ball to 33, 1st down. We've got just a hair over 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Tasman, the receiver, on the bottom of your screen. Sadler in motion. They hand it off to number 4, Andrew Smith, he gets a bit of a gain. Follows his big lineman up the left side about at the B gap. Gets 3 yards, 4 yards. Nice gain on first down from Andrew Smith, the senior running back. Ball marked on the 37-yard line. Smith again in the backfield alongside Condon. 21 in motion, that's Sadler. They hand it off again to Smith. He keeps his legs churning. Ball's out, but I think they're going to call him down. They're down. He's down. Referee calls it immediately. There's no drama here. No concern. But number 2, Jake Tasman, is not putting any weight on his left foot, and he just now goes down. He is a big part of this offense and has gone down in what looks like a lot of pain. He was hobbling off the play on that, and he was not involved in that play at all. So you got to imagine that's some type of, he stepped on a defender's leg, he planted and went wrong. That is tough. They need him. They need his offense, and he is in pain. We're going to take a break, folks. Don't go anywhere. Good news, it looks like a intense cramp. Bad news, that hurts a lot. That is not a comfortable feeling as we're going to switch sides of the field as the fourth quarter starts here. We're coming down to the final 12 minutes, folks. 27-7, Walker trails North Cobb Christian. The Eagles looking to go 2-0. Wolverines looking to go 2-0, but they have a big old uphill battle here in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be even more uphill without their star wideout, number 2, Tasman. Condon, ball is through the hands of Omar Cooper. The slant route could have produced big yardage had he been able to bring that one in. He had his defender beat, but the ball was just a hair up and ahead of him through the fingertips of Cooper. And we have another cramp. We have another leg outstretched, toe being pointed back towards the chin of the Walker Wolverines. Get these kids some electrolytes, man. That stuff hurts, though. You never wish it on anybody. Cramps are a nightmare. So last week, North Cobb Christian beat St. Francis 21-7 for their first win this season. St. Francis scored with about 9 seconds left in the game. Otherwise, it would have been a 21-0 shutout. But nonetheless, they won their first game pretty handily. They allowed only 40 rushing yards last week for St. Francis. They've allowed a lot more than that this week versus Walker. Walker's done a great job on the ground. And if they're going to win or at least get back into this game, they're going to need a lot more than that the rest of this quarter. It's fourth down, 2 yards to gain. They really need a first down here. They're not punting this ball. They need points. They need option. Complete to Cooper. On fourth down and 2, Condon goes over to Omar Cooper. The ball is low, but Cooper makes an athletic play to slide, fall to the ground while reeling in that catch. Impressive play here. That's nice work. Good hands from Cooper, the senior wideout. Cooper, top of your screen. Bozeman, bottom of your screen. Condon gets the snap, fakes the handoff. They're going to go deep and long. He has his man, but we have whistles. False start. Wolverines, let's walk it back 5 yards. Every time they seem like they're getting in some type of rhythm, something happens. A flag, a turnover, a stuff in the backfield, something. Walker just has had a really tough time gaining any sort of momentum, any sort of rhythm on offense this whole game. They've made good plays. The coaches have played good or called good plays. They just can't seem to string together 5 or 6 of them without going backwards. And they're running out of time to do so. Just under 11 minutes left in the game. Sadler in motion. They hand it off to Smith. He gets a few yards just shy of midfield. Ball's down at the 48. Perfect night for football here. Yet again, thank you for the Pope Greyhounds for offering their field for these two teams to duke it out on. We've had a nice night of football thus far. How will it finish? 2nd and 3. Condon gets the snap. Pardon me, 2nd and 13. Cooper. Screen pass. Gains about 5 on the play. Shoved out on the left sideline. Will leave about 7 yards left to gain on 3rd down. And coming into the 4th quarter, they need at least 2 touchdowns and a couple of field goals, probably 3 touchdowns. They don't have too many chances at more than 3 possessions. So you got to think they're going to have to score 3 touchdowns on 3 straight possessions to win this game. So they're in 4-down territory the whole time from here on out. So 3rd and 7, they got 2 downs to get 7 yards. Let's see what they draw up here. Cooper, top of your screen out wide. He's lined up right on top of the ball. Hand off to Smith. Bounced off the left side. Tackled. Nothing doing. Loss of a yard. Tough call on 3rd and 7 when you desperately need yards and points. The clock will run. Tasman's coming back in. Bozeman will come out for this play. Good to see Tasman back in. They need him desperately. Tasman at the top of your screen. Cooper in the bottom of your screen. 21 Sadler in the slot. Smith. They're going to throw this ball. He's looking for Tasman. Out route. Nicely done. We've got a flag on the play. Kind of late after the ball was thrown. Curious to see what the call is here. This could be late hit. This could be chop block. This could be something in the process of the play towards the end, because as the ball was completed to Tasman, this flag was thrown right in the trenches. Chop block, indeed. Don't mean to sound like a broken record, but again, Walker has had difficult time creating rhythm. They've had a difficult time parlaying plays on top of each other. Every time they get an excellent yardage gain, it seems like the next play or that play is negated. They have not had back-to-back-to-back successful plays, it seems like, all game. They really, really have not helped themselves out in terms of momentum and rhythm thus far this evening. It looks like North Cobb Christian is signaling to decline the penalty, indeed. Curious here. Extremely curious, because Tasman caught the ball on what looked like the 39. I think it was a first down. And then North Cobb Christian elected to decline that penalty. If they decline that, the result of the play stands. It is not a dead ball penalty. The referees are conferring. I'm probably as confused as they are. I'm real curious to see what they come up with here because I think this should be Walker football, first down. And I think head referees conferring with Coach Hollers of North Cobb Christian. I'd love to be a fly on the wall of this conversation. Now head referee comes back to midfield. He's going to make some type of nope. He's now going to come over and confer with Coach Casper. You cannot renege on your decision to decline a penalty, but nonetheless, did the referees mark the ball at the past the first down? How does that work with a chop block? We will find out here soon enough. Chop block's not a dead ball penalty. Yeah. The chop block is not a dead ball penalty. So we're moving the chains, it looks like. Referee's got his fist up like fourth down. I don't necessarily know how that works. Are they going to replay fourth down? Are we calling it first? Well, Walker ends up punting on fourth down. The chop block stands. The ball was moved back. Walker has no choice really but to punt it on fourth and very long. And after a confusing up and down all around sequence, it results with North Cobb Christian maintaining the ball, taking over the ball on their own 26-yard line. So after all that, Eagles now have the football. John Greer at the bottom of your screen. Mathis under center. Runner in motion. Absolutely nothing doing for the run game. That's Kyle Keegan on the stop. This defensive line has been impressive for Walker. They've really done a good job of sniffing out the run plays that they can sniff out. Any play up the middle, they've done a real good job thus far of holding the Eagles to minimal. Where they've been hurt is on the edges where the athletes get some speed. Hall in motion. Mathis back to throw. He's going to drop it in. Just missed his receiver. Joey Migliore had everything to gain. If Mathis had put that ball in his breadbasket, that would have been 6 points, no doubt. His receiver was open. He just overthrew him a hair. And that is something that an option offense consistently comes up with as an issue. The accuracy and the tempo of the quarterback. When you're running it so much, you're so focused on your reads that when you do throw the ball, you're not necessarily as comfortable with distance as you would be, if you throw the ball often. And so they missed a big opportunity there. But the option pitch right results in a few yards. That was third down. They gained about 4. So we're going to be looking at 4th and 6 yards to gain. Funky formation from the Eagles. Really funky formation. They're spread out all over the place. Curious, and it's a punt. Nonetheless, it is a punt. Nobody back to receive for Walker. This ball is going to trickle back down to the 19-yard line where Walker will start their offensive drive from. Some deception, some trickery, a funky look, but nonetheless a punt. A good old-fashioned punt. Walker will take over on the 19-yard line. We've got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in this game. Walker needs some points right now if they're going to stay with us. Speaking of stay with us, we'll be right back. Stay with us. And we're back. Like I said, we'll be right back. Almost no time went by. How's that for a commercial break? Condon in the gun. He gets the snap, hands it off. Smith with room up the middle makes a nice cut off the butt of his tackle. Gains about 7 yards, perhaps 8 yards. Gains 9 yards. Second down and 1. Nice hole created from the Wolverine offensive line and an excellent cut from Smith to hit that hole. Second and 2 now. Nobody out wide. Another run play. Smith with the ball again. Another run up the middle. Another good cut. Another 7 or 8 yard gain. This time a first down for the Wolverines. Okay. 2 consecutive solid run plays. How many more can they do? This has been the issue all night. They haven't been able to create rhythm. That's a first down. They need several more. They need to put the ball in the end zone. And what they don't need is to shoot themselves in the foot. So how many more consecutive plays can they put together this late in the fourth quarter? They're without Keon Smart, number 3, their predominant running back. He's sidelined with some sort of injury. We're not sure what yet. Andrew Smith has done a nice job in his stead. Stadler in motion. They hand it back off to Smith. He bounces off a tackle, and it's brought down moving forward, though, a gain of 2. You always love a player that gets tackled moving forward. Anytime a player keeps his feet moving while he's getting tackled and dives forward, gets that extra yard, is always a nice sign for an offense. You always want to give that guy the ball because you know even if he gets stuffed, he's not going to go backwards. Andrew Smith has done that thus far this evening. Excellent work from the senior running back. Oh, movement on the defense. Flags up. What are we going to call here? Offsides on the defense. Walk it up 5 yards. We're going to have 2nd and 3, I think. 4 minutes, 44 seconds. 2nd and 3. .44 in at fullback. That's Henry Sinclair. Smith gets the ball again. Follows that fullback. Chugs forward. Excellent work of staying forward. Keeps his feet chugging. Gains a first yard. Earns a first down. for the Walker Wolverines. He grinds that one out. He's been grinding every time he gets the ball. Impressive work from Andrew Smith. That's a first down, Walker Wolverines. Ball marked down on the 47-yard line. And as good as this North Cobb Christian offense has been, their defense has had holes. They've been exposed in certain situations, just not consistently enough to create touchdowns. That ball just a hair underthrown from Condon, dropped in the flat. And we'll move to second down and 10. That looked like 32, Matthew Larson, the senior wideout. He had a tough task on there, had to do a shoestring catch. The ball is underthrown. So second and 10, just shy of the 50-yard line. Bozeman at the bottom of your screen. Larson at the top of your screen. Smith in motion. And it's 44. Henry Sinclair, the sophomore running back slash fullback, with the quick handoff, goes up 7 yards up the middle. Little trickeration, don't expect to see him with the ball from Walker. And they, with the absence of Keon Smart, have had to get a little creative with their running game. They're a 70% run team. They really need to establish their run game in order to give Condon the space to loft his balls. So without Smart, they've had to get real creative with what they've got. And now Sinclair lines up right behind. They're going to give it to him again. He gets hit in the backfield, but charges forward for a 2-yard gain. So now we got 3rd and 1.5. Ball marked right on the 45. We're going to call it 4th and 2. Big down here. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. Not a lot of time for Walker to score and get back into this game. But if they don't convert this first down, odds are it's game over. Smith in motion. And how he runs back. Condon looks like he's trying to fake an audible, maybe get somebody off sides. They send it back to Sinclair. He gets tackled forward. Charges just ahead enough for what looks like a first down. Tackled at the 43. I think they're going to spot him a first down. Absolutely. Referee signals first. Move those chains. Let's keep playing football. Whitecap already signaled first down. There should be no more confirmation. But nonetheless, we're going to chat about it. 2 minutes, 26 seconds. And now we're going to bring the chains out and measure it. After the Whitecap called first down, referees got together and wanted to make sure they get this absolutely right. Commendable. Bring the chains out. That was Sinclair on the dive. They marked him short. It looks like he's just a hair short. After initially signaling first down, they brought the chain out, and he's about 6 inches short. That is North Cobb Christian ball, and that may just be the football game. Curious decision to signal first and then renege on that call. However, they mark the ball where he's down. They bring out the chains, do their due diligence. And the result is a first down for North Cobb Christian. End of possession for Walker. 2 minutes, 26 seconds left. North Cobb Christian leading by 20 points here in the waning moments of this fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Walker vs. North Cobb Christian on SUV TV. Well, it seems like it's coming down to the final moments in option offense with the ball, 20-point lead, and 2.5 minutes left to go. They're going to keep the ball on the ground and ride this one out. It's number 17, Luke Brock, into the game for the first time this evening. He's a sophomore quarterback. He's going to keep that one and get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So they've pulled their starter, Anson Mathis. They're up 20. We are underneath 2 minutes. Curious to see if they let Brock loose or if they continue just to keep the ball on the ground. Handed off to number 21. Nice run up the right side of the line. Colin with a K. Washington, 10-yard gain. They're going to mark him just past the marker. First down it is. 1:22 left in this game. So, an A-plus effort from Walker, but nonetheless, North Cobb Christian is going to advance to 2-0 on this season. They beat St. Francis 21-7. They're in line for a 27-7 victory here this evening as they're going to run the clock out. Walker, a team that went 1-9 last season, is going to move to 1-1 on this season.
Running the ball that time, that's Jaden Coates. Nice run, getting about 8.
48 seconds left on the clock. Just a matter of time now, folks. Mark Hollers, head coach of North Cobb Christian in his 4th season, turned a 0-win team a few years ago into a 10-win team last year. A playoff team, made it to the quarterfinals, and they are looking to go much further than that this year as they gain their 2nd victory on the season. As they line up in the V formation, take a knee, run the clock out. That is going to be that. 27-7 will be your final score as they wind down the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 ball game. 27-7, North Cobb Christian Eagles beat the Walker Wolverines. The score was not necessarily indicative of the quality of play. However, the Eagles end it with a 20-point victory. The teams line up at midfield to shake hands, and that's all we got for you this evening. Walker moves to 1-1 in the season, and the North Cobb Christians end up with a 2-0 record on their 2nd game of the year. We thank you for watching. We thank you for joining us. This is Pope High School. Thank you for offering your field for these two teams to play on. You've been watching the SUV TV broadcast of Walker versus North Cobb Christian. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.